20 seconds. 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Okay. Rep your city. Let me see the mic. Rep your city. Give me the mic. Rep your city. I got you. Rep your city. I'm gonna tell you how mine. Rep your city.
It's time for us to go live, so rep your city. I really would appreciate if y'all roll with me. Feeling this music cause it makes me wanna step. And if you don't want to, then you lying to yourself. Cause every time we party, we gon' have fun. I don't know about you, but I'ma rep where I'm from.
Rep your city. Okay. Rep your city. Let me see the mic. Rep your city.
Give me the mic.
Rep your city.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to RYC Live Show. It's your girl, Miss Lyricist. And guys, tonight, I just want to tell you that we have an awesome night for you planned today. We have a legendary in the house. So when I say legendary, I mean the original lead singer of the Barcades, Mr. Dr. or should I say Dr. Larry Dodson. Now give it up. Yes.
The living legend and funk master who has received numerous honors and accolades, including being inducted into the Memphis Music Hall of Fame and R&B Hall of Fame, installation of a music note on the world-famous Field Street in Memphis, Tennessee, receiving an honorary doctorate degree from Lemoyne-on College, and most recently, a street renaming in his honor, just to name a few. You, Larry Dodson, have given the world so much over the years, and you deserve this celebration. Through your music and awesome live performances as the original lead singer of the award-winning legendary Barcades, a producer, a songwriter, and now as a solo artist, you poured out your soul through your book and the band plays on. You inspire us as a community leader and an advocate for Down Syndrome Association of the Mid-South, historical Black colleges and universities, and other causes. You share your experiences as a husband, father, grandfather, entrepreneur, and most importantly, as a God-fearing man. You share your life with us so graciously, only as a living legend can.
Wow.
Wow.
And I want to introduce Mr. Larry Dodson.
Good evening.
Oh, wow.
Representing Memphis, Tennessee.
Memphis, Tennessee. You know,
Absolutely.
I've been to Memphis. The first time I came down there, a good friend of mine, Miriam, brought me there, showed me Bill Street, and I had a wonderful time and some good food too.
Come on now.
Come
That's
on
what we
now.
do. That's what we do.
Wow. So you've achieved so much in your lifetime. And one thing I wanted to know, is it 50 years that you've been in the music industry?
50 years in the business, yeah.
Wow.
50 years in the business. Yeah, absolutely.
So
50 years, 30 albums, and a lot of accolades. A lot of this stuff up here.
Yeah, I see it. I see it. But
Yeah, yeah,
when,
yeah.
when people talk about longevity, you are the guy who can represent that word, right? Because it's got to be so. You
Well,
know, a lot of people. Yeah,
I've
yeah.
been
Go
around the
ahead. You can
block.
be.
I've been around the block
Yeah,
once or twice.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I've had a wonderful career, and it's an ongoing career in real time. I did, actually try to retire in 2007, in 2017, but
Okay.
bad idea. I actually thought that I could give it up and just, I've been married to a wonderful woman for 50 years, and we were
Wow.
planning to just retire and just, do some goofy stuff and
Right.
smoke and do, but I missed it so much.
You
I mean,
did you? Yeah.
I
What would you
really, really
do?
did. And there was nothing wrong,
Right.
not mad at anybody or anything. It was just a life decision. And I sit around and I didn't have anything to do. I mean, even though I was writing my second book and doing other things, speaking and yada, 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 but
Yeah.
nothing takes the place of music. So I'm back and I
Absolutely.
was, I was so lucky to start a new label, not my other label, but a new label that I own with my son Larry Jr. And I had my first single,
Yeah.
which looks like it's a hit record. So and the
I
band
we
plays on.
Oh yeah, I did my research. So yes,
Okay,
we're gonna
great,
talk about that.
great.
If you had to do it all over again, specifically pertaining to your career, what would you change?
Um, I wish that I had learned more about the business at an
Mm,
early age. I would have made so many other different decisions.
yes.
As I'm sure a lot of entertainers who have been out there, maybe not as long as I have, but it don't take long. It
Right.
doesn't take long to
Exactly.
know that you're wrong. You're doing it wrong. But just the
Absolutely.
business part of it. That's other than that. I mean, we make different turns and twists in our life, but those I speak about in my book, and those are just things that I got through. But I
Right.
really wish I knew more about the business earlier.
Absolutely. So
Hmm.
if you were so let's talk about that. So there's
Sure.
a lot of artists out here that want to get into the entertainment. Now, many won't meet your status, right? But
Okay.
for that beginning artist, what would be one of your advice since you now know what you know about the business? And say they have many songs and they just don't know where to go, no direction. What is the first thing you would tell an artist that they should do if they want to pursue that music industry or
The
entertainment
first
business?
thing, whether they had songs or not, even if they just had the aspiration in their soul and or desire to get into the business, get somebody who knows more about it than you do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I
Yes.
understand you're not the brightest bulb, and you don't need to be. You just
Right.
need to know and have on your payroll the brightest bulb, or have in your
Absolutely.
orbit the brightest bulb. Just so that you can make, as I said, make some really good decisions early, business
Yes.
wise, career wise, everything, everything.
Absolutely. That's
Absolutely.
that's some good advice. That's some really
Yeah.
good advice. Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop right there because I got
Sure.
more and more and more. We're gonna take a quick break, commercial break, and we'll be right back with the legendary Larry Dodson. Thank
I'll
you.
be right here.
If you want to see them, make sure they see you. Local to Global is a full-service film video production and marketing company that emphasizes on high-quality, brand-focused content to boost brand awareness through marketing, advertising, and broadcast media. Everyone has a story. Let us tell yours. We are Local to Global Productions.
Yes. Welcome back to RYC Live Show. I'm your host, Lyricist, and I'm here with the legendary Larry Dodson, or should I say Doctor?
No, how about Larry D?
Larry
Uncle,
D.
Uncle Larry. How about
Uncle Larry? Everybody got Uncle Larry, right?
There
so
you go.
I had a chance to go back and look at some clips of your 70th birthday, right?
Wow,
that was over the top extravaganza if I ever saw one. One thing that I did notice about that, Larry, is it was so many people that paid, tribute and gave homage to you. And I mean, there were some really big names out there. And I just saw all of the respect and admiration that they have for you. How did that make you feel?
Man, I was on cloud nine,
You had to be.
I really was, because what they did was, I put the concert up, the birthday bash itself, just as something for my fans and friends. I had intended, the actual plan was to have another pay-per-view. But I said, you know what? I told my son and my wife, I said, man, it's my birthday. I'm going to pick out some songs and just put it up and maybe get a few birthday shouts. And the rest of it was surprises for me.
Wow.
I mean, I had 2 or 3 people. I said, they called and want to shout out. I said, put them on. But they had 45. They could only put in maybe 10 or 15. But it was over the top. I mean, they just kept coming, and I knew nothing about that. So all that was a surprise to me.
That had to be overwhelming.
All the way to the White House.
I was like, wow. So I know a lot of people that host that interview, they never talk about the family. And we know that it takes a village, and probably through your career, you had a village around, and there's a saying that behind every successful man is
a successful woman.
Absolutely. So
great woman.
Yeah. And what's your wife's name?
Marie.
Tell Marie, salute her, because
she's walking around here. She's walking around in her
pajamas. Oh, well, great. We'll tell her, hi, Marie. Thank you for supporting such a great man. Yeah. So how were you able to balance that out from being a family man and then having 50 years in the game? What would be some of your advice of you, trying to balance it out?
Well, you know what? One of our housekeepers told us years ago, she said, one thing about your marriage is that the hellos and the goodbyes are some of the most passionate moments in your marriage. Being able to come back after being gone for some while, which I always was, and then actually the departing, those are just moments where your hugs and the kisses. I see you, I'll be back soon. And so those are just the spaces in between have helped. And I say she's the glue.
Yeah.
I've been around the block, so she's been right there. As a matter of fact, I joined the Barcades in 1970 in April, and I got married in August of that same year with nothing.
So she's been right there with you the whole way.
She's seen every bump and bruise and been there through every accolade and all of the everythings.
That is a beautiful thing. Well, okay, so there's athletes and there's entertainment such as yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So there's wives out there. What advice would you give the wives or the fiancés or what have you of how to support a man in that role in the entertainment, whether he's an athlete, because he's gone all the time. So what advice would you give them on how to be supportive in that role?
To help him not take any of it too seriously. And when I say that, I mean, I was away from church for a long time, and then my wife encouraged me to get back into church, and thank God she did. It turned my whole life around. But I would just say, I don't take, and even though I love my craft and I do all I can to do well in anything that I do, I actually really don't take it all very seriously.
Okay.
Because health, when you get to be our age, and even sooner, you start to understand that if you aren't in good health, then you're not good. You're not going to be any good to anybody. And to God be the glory that you let Him instruct you, direct you into those things that will keep your temple cool, to keep your temple clean, and you get to understand that it's less of you and more of Him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And seek ye first
yes.
the kingdom of God, and all these other things will be granted unto you.
Thank you for that. Right now, I got something I want to share with you. I want to
Sure.
show a video. So let's go to the next video.
And you know what? I know what time it is now. It's bedtime now. It's bedroom time. One of my all-time favorite songs, and y'all showed me throughout the years that this is one of your all-time favorites as well. Come on, snuggle up and get real close. I'm going to help you get something tonight. this song.
Wow. You got me over here. I'm like, put your
Watch out
hands
now.
up back
Watch
here.
out. Watch out.
Watch yourself.
Yeah.
Wow, that is one of the favorites. I think everybody, I don't care what age bracket you are in, you know that song, right?
Yeah, that's one of the favorites. And I tell you a little quick story. There's a trombone solo on the original record. So when the day that Frankie J was out on the floor recording the trombone solo, this is while we were making the record. One of the reasons why the trombone solo got to be so long was because the Temptations had sneaked into the vocal booth. They were in town, Eddie, and that was when they were doing the reunion with 7 of them. And so Frank discovered that they were up there, and he kept messing up. And he was like, "Oh, no, that ain't the Pimps." And they were like, "Wait," they sneaked in on us. So we got a big laugh out of it, but we gave him some extra bars in the song so he could freshen it up.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. That's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Right.
I bet you got so many. You can go on and on with all your experiences.
Oh, man. I mean, I got them. I got them. The George Clinton stories, the Rick James stories, the Sly Stone stories, the Ray Charles stories. I got them.
You got them all, huh? My mom would love to hear that.
Some I can't.
Right. Some of them you just got to take with you.
Yeah, some of them just got to get the book read my book, and I talk about it all in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dr. Larry Dodson. So tell me about that journey and the challenges you had, and what year and all of that good stuff about that. So you got your doctorate?
Yeah, that was a big surprise for me as well. We, for the last 11 years, we had been through our Barclays Marjorie Barringer Allen Jones Scholarship in support of Livonia Owen College, which is an HBCU here. We supported HBCUs all through our career, most of the latter part, my son and I, my family. But we have been sending kids to that college and assisting them to come through our scholarship fund, which has, over almost $500,000 in it.
Wow.
And because of that, and I guess just because of the things that I had done and around with, and I continue to do with Livonia Owen College, they surprised me. And it was on that day, and this is something that is one of the biggest honors I've ever had. And I tell you another quick story. As it would turn out, my wife graduated that same day from Southwest University.
Really?
Mine was in the daytime and hers was in the afternoon. So she got a chance to see mine. I rushed out after mine was over. My ceremonies were over, and I went out to the FedEx Forum to see her and maybe 2,000 other people.
Wow!
So that was an incredible day.
So you guys been joined to the hip from day one.
Man, don't play with it. Don't play with it. I'm telling you, if it's happened to both of us.
Yeah. Was that challenging for both of you guys to do? Was it really challenging?
I told she wanted to do it at almost 70 years old, and I said, you know what? Are you sure? I said that's going to be difficult. Mm-hmm. And I said, because she still works in law, and she's been doing that for 42 years. But she took on the task, and I had to be there and she graduated cum laude.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I ain't talking about just graduated.
So
Come
she
on,
got brains, honey.
Absolutely, I was so proud, and as she was of me myself. Yes.
Oh wow! Well, congratulations to you both.
And I got to put that hook on my name, Doctor.
That's right, the doctor. Right. I was like, the doctor. I was reading. I'm like, doctor.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I had to ask you, but here's another interesting fact. So your book and the band plays on. Guys, go and cop it. You can order it from Amazon. I kind of looked at it. I ordered mine. I need the hardcover. Yes, I did. They also have formatting Kindle in the Kindle format. So if people want to put it on their Kindle, I saw that.
Absolutely.
And I want to say something. I'm not going to give too much away, but I was able to look and take a couple of passages from your book. Mm-hmm. And one of them, and I quote, "I must really be honest and admit that the real inspiration to write this book came from my son, Larry Jr., who is probably the biggest Barclays fan on the planet Earth. After hearing so many intriguing and personal Bar-Kays stories that I would often share with him, he would say to me, "Pops, you should write a book and let the world in on some of what you've shared with me." Wow.
And
So
that's absolutely true.
so let's talk about that. So how was it? So did he have to nudge you a lot to get this done, or how did that go?
Well, kind of, sort of. And I wasn't an author, and I had never thought about it. But, after he kept tugging on me about it, and we would meet in the mornings and we would plan my week out because he does my day-to-day stuff. I said, well, okay, let me just start with some notes. So I started doing that. And had I not been traveling and trying to do this, I could have got it done in under 2 years. Because it's not a long read, it's a very short read.
Yeah.
But when I started, I got engulfed in it, and it was so therapeutic for me.
Wow.
So there are things in that book that I had never shared with anybody.
Yeah.
And I remember my editor saying to me, she said, look, let me tell you something. Quit glossing over this stuff. Go ahead and say ouch and make the pen say ouch. Let them into your life. Let them in, because she said whatever it was, you got through it, and it's ministry for you now.
Yes.
And she said, let them in on the good stuff, And she said another thing. She said, I ain't got to do nothing to this. She said, you're writing this book yourself. Normally we authors, it's not ghostwriting, but they let the editors do most of the work.
Yeah.
I wrote that book.
You wrote,
and
so
I did. I mean, she said I didn't do nothing but name the chapters.
Yeah.
The rest of it was all of your stuff. And then she would send me back the hard scripts to read the proofs. I said, you didn't do nothing. She said, I didn't have to
do nothing.
You did it.
Well, isn't that the same way of putting a song together, right? Let your pen just go through it and write that song and get it out, regardless if it's make you sad or happy, right?
You better know it works the same way. And the sharper the pen is, the longer you get paid. Because you create generational wealth. And if you don't write, if you can make yourself not write so shallow and write from the hurt in your heart or the tears in your eyes or the smile on your face, you'll find that those songs will last the test of time. I guarantee you.
Wow.
I'm a living witness.
Yeah. So here's another, this is another insert from your book.
Mm-hmm.
It says, in this book, I have a chance to talk about the good, bad, and unfortunate things that have happened along the way in my life and in the long life of the mighty Bar-Kays. And then you reference Don Cornelius from Soul Train. So is that something that he called you guys, the mighty Bar-Kays?
The mighty Bar-Kays.
Wait a minute, can I get that one more time?
The mighty Bar-Kays.
Right.
You know what? Let me tell you that. I don't know if I know I shared it in the book, but the very first show Don Cornelius ever had in Chicago on the 45th floor of this building. It wasn't called Soul Train at that time. It was just called something.
Right.
And we were the first band to play, and the OJs were the first group to ever play. It was a small little room. Who would have ever thought that it would turn out to be the miraculous syndicated show that it was? And another special moment with Don Cornelius. Don had brain damage. And yes, it's depicted in it. I don't know if you guys watched it's not called Soul Train. It was a episode on Hulu or Netflix, one of those. But they told the story, and it was about Don's travels and the whole involvement and the whole story of Soul Train. But anyway, he got real sick. He had this problem which almost killed him. Well, after he left Soul Train for a while, and when he came back, we were the first act to come back on Soul Train when he was there, because they let somebody else take his place.
Really?
Better, which it was a long time.
Yeah.
And he had just a little quiver in his lip, which he managed to hide. And that was about all you could tell, because he was the coolest guy. And
right, he seemed like he was cool. I would have.
That was not fake. That was not fake.
That voice.
I never saw. He had ice when he walked, man. Ice when he walked.
Yeah, we all, we remember getting up and watching Soul Train. That was like the best entertainment for us.
Saturday mornings. Come on, man.
But I'm gonna tell you, I saw some of your Soul Train days when you performed there. And the dances they was doing back there, I was like, who does that? I'm like,
Who
okay.
does that, right? Look, who doesn't do that when you're right
Right.
there?
Exactly. It's a culture shock for me, though. I mean, I'm like,
I
it's not
got you. I
nothing in what
got
they're
you.
doing now.
I got you.
Now, were you always the so when Barcade started, was there a singer before you became the so you was the first and original,
Right. The
period.
band was an instrumental band
Okay.
and was so very blessed. Their very first recording was called Soul Finger, and they were in high school when that happened.
Okay.
And it was not only just the number one seller in Memphis, all over the world, all over the country. It was one of the most iconic instrumentals. You say Soul Finger, all the way to the movie Spies Like Us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
just.
that's wonderful.
I joined in 1970 after the untimely and unfortunate plane crash, which killed 4 of the members. It killed Otis Redding. We were the band that was on the road with Otis at that
Oh,
time.
wow.
And after that, after the plane crash, James quickly reformed the group, still an instrumental group, until they asked me to join in 1970. I was in a doo-wop group called the Tim Freeze.
The doo-wop.
Yeah, I was a
Okay.
doo-wop. Yeah, the Tim Freeze
Really?
emulating the Temptations. But you know what? But what was so interesting was after I joined the Barcades, the Tim Freeze came to Stax Records, and they did Dedicated to the One I Love. I Love Maze. I'm For You. They had about 4 or 5 huge records.
Really?
So we all ended up okay.
Oh, wow. That's a beautiful thing. Oh my goodness. I'm as lost for words. Okay, in the book you said something about some good, bad, and unfortunate things that you just shared about the crash and all of that. Is there anything else you can tell us that we can look forward to reading all of this book?
Well, if you want, I would just say to you that it was not. We weren't squeaky clean. That's all I can.
Right. Okay.
We were as many artists did back then. We had our bouts with drugs and alcohol and bad behavior, not hurting anybody but ourselves.
But ourselves. Okay.
But we got through that, and through it all, we made some incredible music.
Yes,
We've had 20 top 10 singles, 20 top 10 albums, gold and platinum, like those on the wall back there. And no matter what we did, we had a saying: everybody got to go to bed before the sun comes up.
Everybody,
because we were so afraid of getting our ass kicked on stage. That was like the death for us. So that was the balancing bar for us.
Balancing act there.
Because we were up against George Clinton, the Gap Band, the Commodores, Function, Morris Day, all these people, Kool and the Gang. So at any point that you didn't show up on stage in your A game, with your A game, you got your butt kicked.
You got you. So y'all came with it. Wow.
Rarely did we get our butt kicked. Rarely did we get our butt kicked. There were some times we weren't just quite on our point.
Yeah.
And Cameo knows that. They got us.
Cameo, huh?
we're such good friends now. We're such good friends. And it was we all talked and laughed about it afterwards at the bar, but on stage it was every man and every band for themselves.
Wow. What a beautiful.
And the recipients of all that was the audience, because they never knew it was all if we were trying to outdo each other, it was only because we were trying to outdo each other. Which made for a great show.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
wow. Yeah. Woo, I could talk to you all day. Okay. So here's something else. So another passage. You said, and then now I know that it's probably used to be that you were going to retire. So we know that. So this is what it says. It says, after making a decision to retire in 2017, that you said, I wanted the fans to share every moment as if they were there with me at every concert, as I said goodbye to one city at a time on tour, sharing every precious minute with me while the band plays on. And I was like, so basically, what it's telling me is you had so much passion for your fans that it made you say, you know what, I don't even want to retire anymore. So I'm going to go back on out there.
Absolutely. Because there was nothing wrong,
Yeah.
It would be different if I was mad at somebody or ill or, hated the band or just got tired of being, hated music anymore. It wasn't any of that except my family life. My family always came first. and
That's
that's why God
beautiful.
has blessed me.
Absolutely.
It's all about them. And I said, I'm approaching 70, and no, we're approaching 70,
Yeah.
and we've done well. I don't have to do it anymore, thank God. And we said, let's just take the rest of our life and take our boat and take another place in Florida, keep our home here. And that was the plan, that was the plan. But man, I got so many people bugged me. And then you know what happened to me?
What's
I
that?
saw the loss of Prince. I saw Sugarfoot, who died on my tour. Then George Clinton said he's going to retire.
Mm.
Rick was gone, Rick James, my real close friend. And
Oh, really?
I
Yeah.
said, man, and then my funkin' buddies, Boosie wasn't going back out anymore. I said, well, man, damn, if I don't go back out there, not that it all rested on me, but I said, it ain't gonna be many more funkin'
It ain't
folks
gonna
out
be
there.
exactly.
I said, let me get back up here and I prayed about it, But then I missed it so much, man. I missed it
Wow.
so much. I did. There's nothing like it. I just missed it.
Wow. You can hear it in
And I
your
didn't know
voice.
that. Yeah,
It's
but you know what?
sincere.
But you know what? But it was not the season to leave, and God showed me that because when I came back, the first date I played was on Tom Jones Cruise with Janet Jackson, Charlie Wilson, Frankie Beverly Mays,
Wow.
and many, many more. So I left in a bang, and I came back the best way I could at the top of the game and
That's
with the
right.
top tier, so God showed me that, I just got more for you. And I never shared a label with my son, and that was something I'm able to do now.
Wow.
And I came back with a good record, and a good
Yeah, we're gonna get
current
to
in the
that
travel.
too.
Yeah, man. So
Larry with the bang, 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 bang came back with a bang. So I'm gonna take another break.
sure,
Thanks for tuning
sure.
in to RYC Live Show. It's your girl Lyricist. Want to say hello and shouts out to Miss Nubian Queen Management, greatest PR elite. And say hi to my family. And I'm here with Larry Dodson, so do not, or as he said, I can call him Uncle
Uncle
Larry.
Larry.
So
Uncle Larry.
y'all stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back with more RYC Live.
All right.
RYC Live, rep your city. I'm Artistic, your host for the Throwback Thursdays, every Thursday at 8 p.m. right here live, bringing you the hip hop from the past to the present, covering the full scope of the elements.
It's time for us to go live, so rep your city. I really would appreciate if y'all roll with me.
If you would like to be a guest on the show, please send us an email to ryclive@yahoo.com and send us a brief description of why you'd like to be on the show. Also, take a moment to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Well, all right. Thank you guys for tuning in to RYC Live Show. It's your girl Lyricist, and I'm here with the legendary originally singer of the Barcades. Yeah. I'm so happy you came on and got a chance to tell us some of your up and personal things. That's what I want to know. But again, you guys go out there and support the book as the band plays on.
Yeah.
Again, it's on Amazon. I ordered mine. Let's support our own now. What else you got going on? So I know you got some other ventures. You're just talking about label. So let's talk about that.
Yeah. So I'm finishing my album, and if you be real nice to me, I might tell you the name of it.
Okay.
I haven't shared it with many people.
Oh, well, it'd be real.
I haven't. I think I may have even mentioned it maybe one other time. I'll tell you, it's called Yours Truly, Larry.
Yours Truly. Y'all heard it right here on the RYC Live Show. Yeah.
Get out the bag.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for sharing with us.
Okay. I'm working on that, and I just started a radio show here on a new station here in Memphis, 104 WAVN, The Trend. That's a new venture for me, you know.
Oh, okay.
So I'm here now, you know. I have a 2-hour show on Saturdays, playing classic R&B, soul, and I play new music. It's a great station, and they needed a celebrity. I come on right behind the Ricky Smiley show on Saturdays.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
oh, yes, nice.
So that's the newest thing, and. You know, I'm also in the liquor business. You know, my whiskey is called Guidance Whiskey.
Oh, really?
Absolutely. I started that. I joined that team 3 years ago. And I'm called the captain. I am the spokesman. I'm an artist owner of that.
Okay.
So, and it's a great whiskey. It's a first class, very smooth whiskey, and
just real smooth.
Very, very smooth. It doesn't make that ugly face when you.
You burn all your.
I wouldn't have gotten into it. It's in its black on.
Oh, okay. Wow. You have so much going on.
Absolutely. So the radio show is the very newest thing. In fact, this will make a month. This Saturday will make a month, and it's blowing up. I mean, it's. I have other markets already trying to get me into syndicated into their market. So I've opened up a Pandora's box with this thing. So
what made you go in that direction?
The station asked my son if I would be interested.
Oh, okay.
They needed a celebrity. They needed somebody that was very well known and I guess very well liked, because it was a new station, right? So they asked me if I would be interested, and I thought about it, and then they gave me the option to I have a studio in my home, so you can voice track it in your home if you're too busy, or you can do it live. And thus far, I've opted to do it live. You know.
Right. Wow.
Yeah, because I said, let me just get in there and get it behind the saddle and see.
Yeah.
And it wasn't easy for me. It wasn't hard for me to do it all. I mean, I've been behind the microphone. You know, I'm a performer. You know, and there haven't been too many things that I've gotten to that I just bombed at. I got in the restaurant business.
Okay.
And I didn't really bomb at that. I just couldn't find good partners, you know. My restaurant was called Eat 'em Ups.
Eat 'em Ups.
Eat 'em Ups. And I was about to buy 2 or 3 others, and then I just couldn't find good help, you know.
Is this a soul food kind of place?
It was fast food. It was fast food.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Fast food, breakfast, early morning breakfast, fast food, and dinner.
Oh, okay.
But it was takeout. You know, it was store takeout with small eat-in.
Okay, and it would have been like a chain.
Yes, exactly right. Exactly right. My logo was this big guy with a big turkey leg in his mouth. Everything was oversized. That's why I was Eat 'em Up.
Okay, Eat 'em Up. Oh, that's a good one. Wow. So you just gave up that venture, huh?
I had to give it up. I was going away too much, and you know, worried about the cash register too much. You know?
I know that's right. Well, I want to play another one of your videos, y'all.
Sure.
This is the one that I think you're talking about. I don't know though, so you gotta, give me some time to figure it out. Okay.
Surprise me.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Let's go.
in my name. Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful for all that I have. But if I didn't have it or they took it away, I wouldn't stress it out, I'd be okay. Cause I got my baby, and she gives me everything I want and need. That's why I say, long as I got you, I'm good. Ain't no other help for me, I'm good. If I had to walk through hell and back, I would. Baby, long as I got you, I'm good. Don't need a TV to be entertained. Don't need no medicine when I'm in pain. Don't need a personal trainer, cause baby, you work me out. Every day is a holiday, so I celebrate. Girl, you're the best thing God ever made. I love you so much, you're more than enough for my life. So believe me when I say, as long as I got you, I'm good. Ain't no other girl for me, I'm good. If I had to walk through hell and back, I would. Baby, long as I got you, I'm good. If the world I come to an end tonight, I'll be alright, long as I got my baby. Ooh, fellas, grab your lady by the hand, bring her to the dance floor and tell her, say I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. Say, ladies, sway your body one time, look them in the eyes and tell them, say I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. Say, long as I got you, I'm good. Ain't no other girl for me, I'm good. If I had to walk through hell and back, I would. Baby, long as I got you, I'm good. I'm down and I'm out. Girl, I don't need nobody else around. I love to see your face in the morning. Don't just tell me that you love me, baby, show me. When I'm down and I'm out, ain't nobody else to turn me around. See, when this life beat me up, I never folded. Cause I had you in my corner, kept me going. Walk through hell and back, I would. Baby, long as I got you, I'm good. I'm good.
Woo-wee.
Thank you.
I was about to get up and start stepping, but my team, they be like, you need to just stay put.
I'm good. I'm good. That right there, that is a stepping cut right there. Like,
Yes.
You better know it. You better know it.
hey,
Wow.
if you a stepper, you already know what it is. That right
Yeah.
there, oh my goodness. I wish we could play it again.
Okay, well,
I'm good.
we can keep it in our playlist though for you.
There
for
you
sure.
go. There you
Then
go.
we can do
Definitely in the
most
playlist.
definitely.
Salute to
Absolutely.
you, Larry. Salute to you. Salute to you,
Thank you
legend.
so much. And that is a good stepping cut,
It
man.
is.
We checked it out in Chicago and those other places. And that's the stepping capital of the world.
That I'm from
I
Chicago.
think, they
Yeah.
absolutely love it,
Absolutely.
That's an incredible bunch. The steppers are just such a graceful and such a
I mean, and it just hit it, and it make it, but it make you feel good, right?
absolutely
So
right.
it just touched your soul. So we need some more music like that because
Thank
you just
you,
got a good
thank you.
feeling. So good job. Can you tell me where we are on the charts with that song? Because I heard through the grapevine that it's doing very well.
It's doing real good. We had 45 with a bullet right now. So
yes,
we're moving up.
congratulations.
It just recently released, so we on our way, man.
Yeah. So you're gonna do the whole album, and so you're gonna have some more singles dropping shortly, or
Absolutely. And you know what? One of my dearest friends is Charlie Wilson. So
okay.
one of his producers produced this record on me, and I've already cut my next single, which I won't need for a while. But
Yeah.
and I'm letting his name. The producer's name is Wiley Morris. He's out of Atlanta. I mean, just an incredible guy. I think that he did a couple of songs on Charlie that were number one for 16, 17, 18 weeks. He's a very, very, very cool, not
Yeah.
a shy guy, but he's a behind the scenes kind of guy. He's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
a flashy guy. His estate is up out in Atlanta. That's where I go and record. So, and I
Okay.
think he sent me another song today that's like incredible. So I'm getting on down the road.
Wow.
I'll be on time with the album.
You'll be on time. Wow. I'm just, man, I'm just so honored that you came to bless our
Thank you.
platform. So
Yeah, it's my
I
pleasure.
really thank you. But can you, I have to do it to you, Uncle Larry.
Go ahead.
I just need you to kind of just bump something out for me for our audience.
Oh
right?
man, see there you go. You know what? Let me tell you. There's a song.
Go.
Larry. Come on now.
So we hadn't had a record for the Barcades. We hadn't had a record in a few years, and so James Alexander, the original leader of the group, my partner, his son is Jazzy Faye.
You know what? I saw a video. What's it called? Grown Folks.
Actually, it goes, I really want to hear your voice. I really want to see your face again. Looking at your face tonight, should have been my lover.
Woo! Exclusive,
that was number 10 in the nation, man. So that was our career went back up.
Yeah,
we were still cool, but that record just it was number one. I mean, it was number one in Chicago for all the steppers 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
And maybe 26 markets, it went to be number one.
Yeah.
It was a really, really, really popular record, and did something for the pocketbook too.
It did something for the pocketbook. Look, that's number one, right?
There you go. There you go.
Well, Larry, I really want to thank you for coming on this platform. I could talk to you all day like my uncle, for sure.
You know what, Uncle Larry is ready for whatever, whenever from you guys. I love this platform, and
thank you.
I'm representing Memphis, Tennessee. I know y'all got a RYC, so I love that. I love that.
Yeah, so it's called Rep Your City. So that's what our platform is about. That's all.
Absolutely.
That's all. So thank you. Another shout out to Queen Miriam, Queen Nubian Management, great PR elite. Thank you.
Absolutely.
From my team. My team, Mr. RYC Live, Artistic, Lady Alicia, from our team to yours. Thank you.
Thank you. And I'll pass that on to my wife. I'll pass that shout out on to my wife from you.
Absolutely. Okay? Thank you so much.
You're delightful, and I appreciate it. Whenever from Uncle Larry. All right.
Yeah, we're gonna bring you back now. We got to bring you back. Okay, Uncle.
Okay.
See you later. Thank you.
All right,
wait. Before we let him go, because we still have a few minutes. We have 5 minutes, lyricist. So you got to make it happen for 5 minutes. We got 5 more minutes. And one of the questions I would like to ask you as the producer of the show, like what would you give someone who's looking to be in the music industry? And I know that lyricists kind of touched down on it a little bit, but as far as someone who they try to say that when you're trying to get in it up in age is kind of difficult to do. Like starting off young, like the industry. I was signed to a record label, and I know that they were looking for younger folk to try to mold them into who they wanted them to become. But as I continued to be part as an artist in the music industry, I've learned a lot more, and I'm like, no, they're not going to mold me. But what advice would you give to those who are up in age that's still trying to pursue their music career?
Well, I would say that good music finds its way into the hearts of people. In other words, I feel the best song, as many songs I've had, the best song I have is still inside of me. So that's why I keep aspiring to pen another good song. But do not be discouraged, for guys who are up in age. If you got good music, it will find its way to the microphone. It'll find its way to the DJs. It'll find its way, of course, and that's married with the other comment I made about surrounding yourself with somebody who really, really knows more about the business than you do. And the more they know, you won't have to fall into every hole. And a couple of things, try to dig a well before you get thirsty. Let me say it again. Dig the well before you get thirsty. Don't wait till you get thirsty to try to scratch it around. And the other thing is, you ain't gonna get tripped up if you stay on your knees, okay?
The next book you're gonna have to come out is called Quotes and Notes from Larry D.
I'm tried and tested. These are tried and tested quotes. I'm telling you, man. And let me just share this. If we got 2 minutes, the book that my wife and I write now is called "Keep Looking Up When It's Downs." Our daughter was born Down syndrome. She is a success story. She was predicted not to get past her teens and live past that. She's 49 years old. So this book that we're writing, Keep Looking Up When It's Downs.
Wow.
It's going to be so therapeutic for parents of mentally challenged kids. And our publishers, Kate, they're beating us up now. So please finish the book. We started
the book. Wow.
It's incredible. That's our journey raising our kid at 19 years old, not knowing anything about Down syndrome, not giving up, and the success. Her name is Precious.
Okay. Wow.
And so when we finish this book, it's gonna be a top 10 seller. I guarantee.
It has to be. Well, you're definitely on the road to a lot more success. I see you're not stopping anytime soon.
No, fourth quarter. I ain't shooting up 3 points. I'm laying up.
No, I know that's right. Oh, go on, Uncle D.
We would definitely love to have you back on our show sooner than later. 1 hour just doesn't do justice. I mean, it gives us a little bit, but it's like a teaser.
Has it been an hour?
Yeah, it's been an hour. It's been an hour.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Well, here it is. He just adopted a whole new niece. So of course, we just
you're not niecey. You're not niecey.
That's right.
Right? Okay.
Well, great.
Yeah, but we just thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts for you to even give us your time. And, we understand that, in today's, in the world in which we live today, it's a lot going on, but we just really appreciate your time. Continue to make great music. I'm also a DJ. And like I say, I know good music when I hear it. My dad was I grew up listening to the Barcades and the stylistics and the whispers and the impressions, and, Delphonics and stuff. My dad was a DJ, so I appreciate good music. Good, whatever genre it is, I just love good music. Period. And just keep making them hits, and I'm gonna keep playing them on my end. And again, thanks a lot for being on the show.
Thank you so much, man.
And I talk to you later.
We're peace.
It's been another great show, y'all, on the RYC Live show with the one and only lyricist and our special guest, Larry Dodson, former lead vocalist of the Barcades. Thank you all for tuning in. It's been another magnificent Thursday here on the RYC Live show. Until next time, you already know. Continue to rep your city. We're out of here.
Peace. That was wonderful. Just a wonderful
I hope
show.
you enjoyed it. I know I did.
I did. It was
You're delightful.
so nice.
You're delightful.
Thank
you
you.
so much. All right.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Rep your city. Okay. Rep your city. Let me see the mic. Rep your city. Give me the mic. Rep your city. I got you. Rep your city. I'm gonna tell you how mine. Rep your city. Rep your city. Rep your city. Okay.
The interesting thing about when we do these shows, because we have an interchange of knowledge being given to each other, and and that's what it's all about.
How do you feel about how Twin Cities support their local artists?
Hey, now, are you getting ready to go out, or are you going to bed?
No, this is for y'all. I did all of this for y'all. I did all of this for y'all. I got cute for y'all. This is an uncut interview, so I figured I would be kind of sexy in my little robe, feeling myself.
To the RYC Live. If you feel good, put your hands up high. And if you rep the hood in the city, this is your joint right here. No lie, no lie. Welcome to the RYC Live. If you feel